Hello again. This is the fourth short video on communication. We discussed how listening as a core skill important in a communication, and when listening happens, effective communication happens. So what is communication? Communication is just delivering some information to one or more persons. An effective communication, you have the listener or the audience understand what you speak and they accept the trustworthiness of the information that you give. Whether or not they agree with you, and they want to process it and store it in their mind for later use, and they even share it with one or more persons, then you have been an effective communicator. What happens when you do not do that? You will be wasting your time and someone else's time, obviously. Imagine when you are an effective communicator, you will not think about yourself because you know very well that you have to have that humility. Here, humility is, you know very well this conversation is not about you alone. There is a smaller you and a larger someone else. So now you know that you have got to set your tone and you have to understand the audience and their level of understanding. If, for example, if you are talking about some programming, I will not know anything of what you say. So you have to choose a topic, you have to take an idea and use a simple language. Always quote Albert Einstein. He says, if you have to explain an idea to someone, if you do not know how to use a simple language to do that, then you have not understood the idea at all. So always keep your language simple. An effective communicator is not standing there to give the account of the verbosity that he has or he owns or she owns. We are not talking about any big structures here. We are not talking about the idiomatic expressions and the beautiful language that you are having. If you use all that, if the audience do not understand, then it is waste of your time and their time. They have chosen to listen to you. They think you will bring some good information for them. They think they are going to mull over that after listening to you. They think when they listen to you, they are kept enthralled. They think that it is like, singing and dancing with the rhythm and the beat, properly. So then effective communication sets in. When it sets in, automatically the tone gets, it is set, the tone is set. And if you are an effective communicator, that time you will realize that you cannot have big words, no extra emotions. An effective communicator will use a simple language and he will take you through the communication or the conversation. There will be questions, there will be comments, there will be discussions, there will be interactions, and there will be rebuttals, there will be resolutions, and he will give you a chance to think, and you will feel important there. Then slowly that speaker goes out of your mind. For the speaker, the audience would go out of the mind. Then we'll only be thinking about the idea. There we don't think about the language. There we don't think about the extra drama that we have to have. No extra emotions. So you have to keep your idea clear. You have to keep your idea brief, you have to use a very simple language, and we all know that if you have to communicate well, you have to have humility. Here, humility is that you are not alone, and there is a smaller you and a larger someone else. Humility is thinking that you cannot go wrong. When that is there, then it is going to be easy for you. What happens when you do not communicate well? If you have poor communication, or if you do not know how to communicate effectively, you may lose even a good relationship. Communication is so important. You think about, a math teacher telling about a straight line. The shortest distance between the 2 points will make a straight line. Always keep yourself straight. Talk to people straight. If you do not understand the emotion of the person who is talking, and if you are going to turn a cold shoulder to them, and if they are going to use harsh, abrasive, negative tone while they talk, do you think we are going to have a good relationship with that person? No. Misunderstanding will come. You may even lose a relationship. So no extra emotions. If you keep on talking about the same thing, using a big tone, an abrasive language, people are not going to, they will feel the drain, emotional drain. And you don't go there to do all these things. So anybody who has to have a good relationship with people, it is time that you start thinking about effectively communicating with people. It's very important. See, you will save your time when you effectively communicate. You will save emotions. You will save even relationship. Communication is so important for you and me. You are born to do that. You can do it and you will do it. It's a question of just having, just understanding. These words are looking very big. Simplicity, simple language, brevity, keeping your idea brief and clear, and humility, thinking that you can go wrong and you have to include a maximum of others' opinion. Then you begin to listen. Then you set your tone in and you set the language correct, and you are giving a language for others to understand, not a language that you want to show for yourself that you are capable of speaking like that. Effective communication can be really good when you know how to use your position. You may be a teacher, you may be a parent, you may be a leader. When a leader tells something, we listen. When Rajni says one line, you listen. Kamal says one line, you just listen. He talks about a book, reading, you listen. So, as a teacher, as a parent, the way you speak is extremely important. It has power. There you have to use your position. As a leader, if you are talking about some unwanted things, without coming to the point and beating about the bush, you are going to make a very poor communicator there. An effective communicator can become an effective leader. You are born to lead. You are born to live well. You are born to speak in the correct tone. That is the respect that you give for yourself and for others. I am very sure that these brief videos would have helped you. You may have questions. You can write to goforawin@gmail.com. There will be another session where I will be answering all the questions that you have asked. Thank you very much and take care.